Hi and welcome to Take Time to Create. Today we are going, take two. Hi and welcome to Take Time to Create. This is where we take time out of our everyday lives to create new and wonderful things. Today we have an art journal page and we are going to use the Prima Princesses, and that's a coloring book. You can use watercolors or colored pencils or anything else. I received this in a goodie bag about a year ago, so I'm pretty excited to use it. I have not used it yet, so we're just going to make an art journal page with that as our focal point. So I'm pretty excited. I cannot wait to show you guys this whole process and how it all turns out. So let's get to creating. So today's art journal page, we'll use this Prima Princess watercoloring book, and these photos, these pictures are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This book came out a few years ago. I received it in a goodie bag from something where I was at, so I didn't purchase this, but it's gorgeous and I've never used it. I'm a little intimidated by the faces. I don't paint many faces. I don't do people, so I'm a little intimidated, but I think I can do this. I think it'll be fun. So let me pull this out. Yes, so cool. All right, tuck that away. This whole book is just gorgeous. So we're going to do this page. Let me scoot in. All right, so now we're zoomed in a little bit, and I'm going to use some Prima watercolor pencils and some Prima marketing watercolors. I figure if I'm using the Prima Princesses, I might as well use their watercolors. I have Decadent Pies, Pastel Dreams, and their Complexion out. And so I'll be using a variety of colors from these palettes. And I'm going to start with watercolor pencils, and I'm just going to kind of play around and do both of them. But while I'm doing this, I thought I'd have a little bit of a chatty, you know, what's going on, you know, so you can get to know a little more what's going on with me, get to know a little more of my business. There's a lot of new subscribers, so welcome, welcome. I'm so excited you're here. But I wanted to tell you guys, like, what am I doing and what is this business? I mean, what is Take Time to Create? So I thought I'd just take this time and do that. Got little pots of water that are in my way. I'm trying to set up my place, my little workstation. It's not working very well. All right, so since I'm zoomed in, you can't really see my colors very well. But if I zoom out, you can't see them at all. All right, so those are the three palettes I'm using. Any colors you use will be just fine. Use what you have. Like I always say, I'm very fond of saying, use what you have, use what you have. I apologize very much if you hear my cat. She is meowing outside the door. She just thinks that she needs to come in here while I'm filming, but she really, really doesn't. So I get asked a lot, why did I start Take Time to Create? What's going on with Take Time to Create? What is it? You know, just a lot of questions with it. So my answer is that, well, it's kind of a longer story than that. So, all right, let me stick something underneath here. So let me start out with crafting. I have always been a big time crafter. I have loved crafting. I would craft as a child, and my mother would encourage it. She would always encourage us to be creative, which is really, really super duper wonderful. My mom is pretty great about that. And so I would always try to be creative and craft and, you know, just see what happens. And I really enjoy it, and I've always enjoyed it. Well, as I've gotten older and I'm not doing as much in the crafting world, and I'm finding that time gets away from me quite a bit, I was getting super duper stressed. In my real world, in the real world, because this is not my full-time business, I would love it to be my full-time business, but as it is right now, it is not. I have a business with my husband. We have a manufacturing company, and it's a small company, and that is normally what I do. Well, if anybody is aware of, you know, owning a company or if they have owned a company or anything like that, you know that it is not always easy. It can be super duper stressful, and I will be 100% honest that owning your own business is a very, very stressful thing. I love it. It is so much fun. The people are great. You meet lots of great people, you know, employees, and not just employees, you meet vendors and customers, and it's really, really super duper great. But it can be stressful because that's the way life goes sometimes. Well, as I was getting more and more stressed, and I mean, literally high blood pressure through the roof, they're like, your blood pressure's out of control. I'm like, yeah. And not just high blood pressure, but I also have alopecia, and that is stress related. So my hair falls out into patches when I am super duper stressed, or just whenever, a day ending in Y, my hair wants to fall out, and that's always great. Everybody loves that. I have my little card here. I'm checking out my colors. Everybody loves it when their hair falls out. It makes you feel really good. As I was getting really stressed and my health was being compromised, I mean, we still own the business because it's really not an option to not own it. My husband and I both own it. And overall, business is great. We love owning the business. Super duper fun. But I needed to find a way to keep my health under control, like make sure I wasn't going to keel over from a heart attack or a stroke or something, because my health was not great because of the stress. And that is just the way life goes with business. You just have lots and lots of stress. Well, anyway, as time goes on, I got back into crafting. I found a group of girls I'd known, and we did like monthly scrapbook club. We would rotate whose house we were in for scrapbook club. But as life goes on, time happens, that sort of dwindled away. It wasn't people weren't able to do it. Everybody got busy. Everybody, we just ran out of time, and, life got busy, and it wasn't a priority for all of those people. And so I had to find a way to continue crafting and continue doing art, because I knew that was important for my health, but I had to find a way to do it on my own. Well, I needed to find a way that I would stay motivated as well. So I started my blog. So I decided to start a blog, and this was quite a few years ago, and I still run my blog. I still have it. I still love my blog, my crafty goodies, and I was doing some home projects too. We'd moved into our new house, and that was 10 years ago. We've been in this house for 10 years. And so I wanted to make sure that, I kept going with it. So I thought if I had an audience, and I did not have much of an audience at that time, but I was just sure my 4 followers, and 3 of them were family members, needed to know what I was doing. And it kept me motivated. It kept me going. And it reminded me to have projects. It reminded me to actually complete projects, not just to leave myself hanging or leave the projects hanging. It was very interesting what I did, and I really liked it, and I still really like it. Well, as time went on with that, I thought, well, I should start a YouTube channel. And so I've had my YouTube channel, I think I've been active on it about a year and a half. And I thought, well, it might be easier, because sometimes doing the tutorials, take the step-by-step pictures, I was in the middle of the groove and I would forget to take the photographs. And, I know that happens quite a bit. And so I thought, well, why don't I just do the YouTube channel? And I am enjoying it. So that is something I really enjoy doing, because I'm able to just talk or visit or, do these projects, and I don't have to worry about stopping all the time to take a photograph as I'm doing it. And usually my workspace isn't very photogenic. It's usually a nightmare. So the photos look pretty terrible. And so I just decided, well, this YouTube thing, this newfangled YouTube thing. Just kidding. I do love YouTube. I spend a lot of time watching things, and I used to, I mostly listen to things on YouTube. I like to just listen to what people are saying. I don't really watch all the videos. It's more like a visual podcast for me, but that's just on a side note. Anyway, that is the most basic thing that I could tell you guys about this, that I really super duper enjoy take time. Now, has my blood pressure gone down fully? Not fully. Let's just be honest here. I still have a little bit higher blood pressure than I'm supposed to, but it is getting better. It is helping. Keeping my stress level low is super duper helping. Of course, you know, owning your own business, there's no such thing as a low blood pressure when you own your own business. And for those of you who do own your own business, chime in down below. What do you do to keep your stress level down? What do you do to you know, so you don't explode from the inside? And as for the alopecia, yep, I still lose my hair. Yep, it's still a thing. I am very grateful that the hair loss is in the back of my head. So it's not something that I have to deal with every day. Now, if I want to do a messy bun, you can't really, I mean, you can see it. If I do a messy bun, you can see my hair falling out. But if I do, you know, low ponytails or anything like that, you can't really see it. And, you know, I don't love that I have alopecia. I mean, it's not something that I wanted. It's something that really kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And like I said, the alopecia is what it is. It's not super duper fun, but I am grateful. Like I said, it's in the back of my head. I wish it would be somewhere where I want hair loss, like armpits or something would be super duper nice, but it's never there. I am grateful it's not eyebrows or the top of my head. So, I mean, like everybody says with anything, it could be worse. I don't want it to be worse, but it could be. Now, what does my husband and son think about this? Now, I do have one child. He is 18. I am married. I've been married for 21 years. And, you know, what do they think about this? They're like, whatever. Their opinion is as long as it keeps me healthy, and that's their priority. They're like, you know, we want to make sure you are healthy, make sure that, you know, you're not overstressed. So I'm often asked, like, why did I name my company Take Time to Create? Well, the whole idea is to take time out of our everyday lives to create new and wonderful things. You hear me say that again and again and again. I mean, I think I'm like a broken record now. And I want to remind people that it's okay to take time to create, that we are all so busy, but if you take that little bit of time and you are being creative, I think it will help you. And what do I mean by being creative? You don't have to paint. It could be cooking. It could be gardening. It could be, you know, playing an instrument. It could be anything. Anything is creating, and you should take that time to create. So that is what I like to remind people, and that's what the whole focus of my company is to do, is that I want to remind people to take time to create. And it's important for me to take time as well, because I get super busy, and you know, it's all a matter of priorities. There's always time for everything you need to do, but it's a matter of priorities. So the flowers, just an FYI, I am not really too worried about them, because I'm going to cover them up with a paper flower. But I do want to get rid of the white just in case something shows. And like these little guys here, they're not flowers, they're kind of buds maybe, or maybe, I don't know what they are, but they will show because I don't have something to cover them up, unless I decide to do something different, which I might, because you never know. So I was getting ready to glue on the roses and flowers, but I decided I wanted to add splatters. Of course I wanted to add splatters, and of course I waited till the last minute. So I took off all my flowers, and I'm going to do the same colors that I did on the flowers, and I'm just going to take a really watered down brush and just add a little bit around. I just think it really adds, but I don't want it on my girl because that won't look very good. Looks like she's got some kind of spots on her. Much better. Okay, she's very pretty. She was already pretty. I'm really enjoying where this is going. Okay, now I can glue these on. Dry your splatters first. I'm just gonna hot glue them on, of course, because you know how I feel about hot glue. It is everything. Hot glue is the best. All of the flowers are now glued on. Now, of course, you can stop at this point, but when do I ever stop? So she is looking super duper pretty. Like I said, I'm really glad that I colored underneath the flowers, but if you tip it to the side, you can see color on the flowers, even though it doesn't match exactly what's on top. That's okay. It just looks really pretty. So I think we're gonna add a few more steps, and I'm sorry I keep going out of frame today. I keep pulling it closer to me and I just need to focus. Sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, on to the next step. Make sure your glue is all nice and dry. Gel medium would work fine to adhere anything to adhere your flowers down. Whatever you use, do that, works great. So I'm thinking I need to add a quote. And what I did, and this is just what I personally did, is I went and I found a bunch of my favorite quotes and I just printed them on a Word document. I know there's like small chat Tim holds, but those are just little phrases. And he doesn't always have my favorite quotes, so of course I do love the small chat. But if you want something that is for you, then this is what I do. And the one that I'm going to grab today is, we have Bloom Where You Are Planted, which is always a favorite of mine, but I don't think I want to do that one. I'm going to use The Flower That Blooms in Adversity is the Rarest and Most Beautiful of All, from Mulan, the Disney movie, if you are aware, but love it. Just love that quote. It's just so beautiful, and I think it goes well with my girl. If you're super duper worried about this when you do these, and you want them straight, go ahead and use your cutter, of course. I'm not worried about it. So I just kind of cut along the edges and figure it's good enough, and I do cut off the white. I am not too worried that things are straight or not. And I would like to add a little bit of washi tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of emphasize it with washi tape. This is a new roll. This is my goal this year, is to use washi tape. Use it up. We have all this beautiful washi tape that is sitting in all of our stashes. I know we all do. And they keep coming out with more and more, and the designs are amazing, and I truly love them. But we need to use what we have, use these up, and my excuse is the more I use, the quicker I can have more. So yeah, so I am trying to use washi tape in every one of my projects. The problem with washi tape is that if you don't use it up, it, see, here I go again, you can't see what I'm doing. Seriously, I have a deal. Okay, there you go, I'm just measuring here, but anyway, the thing with washi tape is if you don't use it right away or within a reasonable amount of time, what happens is it starts to lose its sticky. Now, don't worry, you still can use it. What I do is I just put glue underneath, glue stick, any kind of glue, gel mediums, whatever. And then I use double sticky tape for these. I just find the double sticky tape fits really well, but you want to use up your washi tape before the adhesive goes bad. Like I said, if you don't, that's okay too, because you can always put glue underneath, but yeah, use this stuff up. It's not super duper precious, people. I'm thinking she's done. I am loving the way she looks. I love the splatters, I love the flowers, the quote. I am thinking she is all done. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to be notified when there's a new video, just click the notification bell and you will be notified. This was a really fun art journal page. It's something that I don't normally do. Portraits, I don't paint portraits or draw portraits, and so this was a little outside my comfort zone, so I really enjoyed that. I don't think I ever would have picked up this art journal page or this book if I wasn't on a low buy, because I don't want to buy new things. I don't think I would have grabbed this out of my stash. So I'm excited for this low buy. I'm really challenging myself and growing as an artist. If you'd like to follow along on my Instagram, I have 2 Instagrams. I have Take Time to Create, and that's all my crafty goodies, up close photos, things that I don't do tutorials for. Sometimes I just have pictures of them, and maybe Insta stories as well that I just do quick little things. So follow along on there. I also have Linda's Journey 78. That's my personal journey. That's my family, vacations, anything else that's going on in my life. That's on Linda's Journey 78. I do have a YouTube channel for Linda's Journey 78 as well. I just started it. It's brand new. I do a lot of shoe reviews. Probably too many shoe reviews. I love my shoes. I also have opinions, and I'll be doing other things, maybe some daily vlogs. So that is over on Linda's Journey 78, and you can find links for all of that in the description box down below. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.